It's a magic buddy.
Hello and welcome to the Cryptonaut Podcast presents Evil Science and Magic Buddies.
Boom.
The show within the show.
It is a show within
The conspiracy wrapped in a conspiracy.
The hot dog in the Rubik's Cube. That was a good analogy.
Yeah, no, I know.
just go with it, man.
The Crypto Roundtable, the show for the people. This is Evil Science and Magic Buddies. So welcome to our second episode of Evil Science.
And Magic Buddies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for this episode, we put a call out to the listeners to send us some questions for like a little bonus episode, a little Q&A. So we got a bunch, which is cool. Super cool. I keep touching Chris's hand for some reason.
No,
I'm
it's
not sure
all
why.
right. Hey.
Yeah, this is my go-to corner. Like I'm always
invading
propped on this
Guys
one.
can touch each other.
So
It's
real
the
quick,
new millennium.
want to catch up on a couple of things from the first episode. We actually didn't get a chance to explain to the people what Evil Science and Magic Buddies, where that came from.
Sure. Should we introduce ourselves?
Oh, you know what? You're right. We should. I'm Mark Storrs.
Hey.
who he always is.
I'm Chris.
And
Rob Morphy.
okay, so back to the origins of the show. Originally, Cryptonaut Podcast was going to be named Evil Science and Magic Buddies,
True.
which, after a little bit of research, we're like, that is not an easy podcast title.
Oh, no.
It is hitting absolutely zero keywords except for evil and magic spelled the thelemic Aleister Crowley way.
Yeah, that's tough.
So didn't really work out. But it was a super cool title. We did not want to necessarily let it go to waste. So we ended up turning it into our show within the show, our little roundtable show. So there's that. And I'm not saying there is a website, but if you look up evilscienceandmagicbuddies.com, there might be a website.
Ooh.
Oh, but what's there? That's the big question.
That is a big question.
Well, you'll have to go visit that site and see.
I actually will later because
All right.
I don't know.
Cool.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay, so episode 1 real quick. We need to go back, and before we get to our questions, we need to address something. Episode 1, we talked about Rob's misadventures in cryptozoology, your trip to South Africa.
Yes.
Are you able to take malaria medicine?
I am not.
Okay, explain to us why you can't take malaria medicine.
I have a blood disorder called G6PD. I think it's fairly common when people have some Mediterranean ancestry, so it would either be anywhere around the coast, from Italy to Israel. So if I take anything like quinine or whatever, it will give me anemia and fuck me up. So obviously I didn't care that much. I mean, I went to South Africa anyway. I'm like, I'm just gonna play malaria roulette. Now, I didn't get malaria. Thank the lucky baby.
Okay, but you did get sick, and we didn't talk about this.
I did get sick. Yeah, no, I mean, it's not necessarily cryptozoological. I got sick when I was in South Africa from drinking the waters. I was really good about drinking canned goods, but eventually your teeth feel like they're going to rot out of your fucking skull.
Oh, yeah.
I was living on basically Red Bull and Mountain Dew.
Right.
And so it was getting treacherous. So finally, one night, it was late. I just took a little sip from the faucet. And I'm like, I just need a little parch. And within 4 hours, I was literally projectile shit puking from every orifice. So the thing was, the day before, I had actually visited my friend Vonnie's sister at a big hospital in Johannesburg. I'm not going to say any names or hospital names. And they gave me a tour of the lab where they were doing some work with Hanta, which is
the hantavirus,
a very nasty little bug that you don't want to get. So they thought there was a chance that maybe I had been exposed to it. So I was quarantined in a foreign land, in a tiny room, in case I had a super deadly disease where I was in so much pain, I would have been glad to have died at any moment, as it was shit puke, regret, pray, shit puke. And then eventually they realized, no, it's just, a white guy who doesn't, isn't used to the bacteria in the waters.
Okay, but you went to South Africa fully knowing that you could not get a malaria shot.
Yes.
Okay, so you played malaria roulette.
You have to sometimes.
You technically won.
I did.
You drank the water.
Technically.
And I
You
lost.
completely lost.
Completely lost.
Of all the luck.
Just a little sip. It was just the tiniest
think
sip.
about that. You cannot get malaria medicine. You have a very good chance of getting malaria.
Yeah, I'm a bleeder. Yeah.
So you just drink a little bit of goddamn
When
water.
you are a man of
Yeah.
high adventure, like Uncle Rob.
I mean, National Treasure Robert Thomas Morphy III.
The one and only. Then you take these chances because, damn it, you might see a sea
that's
serpent.
true.
Nice. All right. So I just wanted to catch everybody up on that little part of the story that we
Yeah,
missed.
I guess we did
Obviously,
make
Rob
it.
made it out of South Africa alive. He's here with us today. So wanted to catch everybody up on the origins of the Evil Science and Magic Buddy and Rob projectile vomiting all over South Africa.
Yeah.
So awesome. Okay, so we put some questions out to you, our good listeners, and we got some responses. So here we go. Our good buddy, our true brother to the north, Mr. Mike Beatty.
Oh, Mike.
Okay, so then this is broken down a little bit. Okay. Mike goes on to say, having followed you guys from before the podcast, can you guys, one, talk about Mark seeing the Frankenstein monster in the window in more detail and what you guys think it was? Two, Rob, touch on a crazy story about seeing something while staying at his sister's place at the bottom of the stairs, maybe. Not sure if that's enough detail.
It is, and you got it a little wrong, but I'll straighten it all out. 3,
did you guys ever make any progress on touring the abandoned haunted shopping mall? 4, I saw a headline about Area 51 being declassified. What's the deal? Okay, so let's start with what we know. Number 4, Area 51 being declassified. I may have missed that.
No, it's legit.
Oh, it is.
They finally
Okay, cool.
came out. You know, after all those years of denying what everyone was seeing with their eyeballs and videotape,
Right.
they came out. This is something I've been saying for a long time, and it's something I'm confirmed. Of course, they want all eyes on there now. Anything that was clandestine that is there has been
Okay.
moved to that place in Utah. Help me out with it. They call it Area 52, but it's
Proving
ground,
yeah.
Dugway.
Oh, Dugway.
Dugway
Okay. All right, yeah.
or other underground facilities. For a long time now, I think long before they officially declassified Area 51, I really believe any of the truly clandestine things have been moved to other places. So they want to keep acting like, don't look here, there's nothing to see here. So people keep staring at that one place
and
where things are no longer.
Okay, so that makes sense.
That's my opinion.
That's
of
what
it.
the government does.
And
I didn't know
I
about
think,
that.
I think it's classic misdirection.
Okay, I totally missed that.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. But
Okay, so that's like a classic like disinformation program.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
They got to keep their secrets. It's their job.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, there's that. Number 3 here. Did you guys ever make any progress on touring the abandoned haunted shopping mall? I think he's referring to our local mall here.
Yeah.
Which might as well be abandoned, but still has. It's like polio kid in an iron lung.
All right. Well, for the record,
getting by.
it's got one of the best pizza shops and one of the best cinemas locally. Now,
That's not saying much.
they
much at all.
They are about 40 feet apart, so
Yeah.
it's nice, and it has a Bass Pro.
Yes,
So,
it does.
It's not abandoned, although it probably should be, and it probably will shut down soon, which is too bad because that means I can't get pizza and go watch movies for super cheap. But as Mike said, the haunting, they still running these haunted tours at this mall. There is no goddamn ghosts there.
That's the problem with it is because it's groups.
Yeah, it's a ghost.
Like you can't like. I don't think you can just get in a group and reserve it. Like you're going to be with a bunch of people and just walking
And
around.
dude,
so
the ticket prices are stupid.
No, I would not
They're
pay
dumb.
big money to tour with a group of yahoos talking about haunted mall. But Chris and I did get firsthand eyewitness testimony from someone who we're obviously not going to name on the podcast, saying that when they worked at said mall, there was a certain corridor which they did not want to travel down, certainly not alone, would refuse to, and felt evil presence.
Is it a corridor where you used to work in the mall or no?
I don't know. I mean, it has creepy thin corridors though, like the corridor where the garbage in the compactor was. I mean, they're like.
You mean where I used to smoke cigarettes?
Yeah. That's got creepy little corridors. That's just the deal.
Yeah,
but
it is. There was a couple of stories about like a night watchman or something.
I don't think any night watchman died there.
There's never been a night watchman at the mall, as far as I know. The security left when Chris and I left. Like no one's hanging out overnight to like guard what the fountain. Cafe Square. Yeah, I said it. Cafe Square.
I hope there's the ghost of the cookie factory and the old Burger King and the things that used to make me happy
the
as a
ghost
child.
of Spencer's and KB and Mr. Tops.
The ghost of KB Pass.
Yeah, exactly. There's no, So, you know what? Good on the mall for trying to drum up some business and get some people in there. Like, we're going to find the ghosts of commerce and hopes and dreams of people that have long passed.
The ghost of commerce?
Yeah, basically, it's the ghost of commerce.
Yeah. So that's the deal with that.
If we could get in solo, I would be all about it.
Yeah, that's the deal.
But if we have to do it at a high price tag with a group, F all that.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Forget that. But anyway, maybe if we can do some finagling, get in there, maybe we'll check it out. But there's a status on the abandoned local, not abandoned mall, which I'm probably going there tomorrow to get pizza.
It's going to be abandoned soon.
Okay, Rob touched on a crazy story about seeing something while staying at his sister's place at the bottom of the stairs, maybe. Not sure if that's enough detail. I think what Mike's talking about is...
Your apartment.
Your apartment.
Yeah, my old apartment.
Which goes back to Frankenstein the window. So
okay, so I'll break this down as quick as I can. My sister, who is a sweetheart, I have one little sister, and she has 2 kids who I absolutely adore, Hunter and Peyton, my niece and nephew. Might as well be my kids. It has nothing to do with the story. When a guy named... Let me spread my love. A guy named Gabe Torres, who was executive producing the original American Monsters TV show that we talked about on
the last episode of
the episode, yes. He was about to fly in from L.A., so we were dirtbag bachelors, me and Mike DeForest, the guys that had started American Monsters with Mark, and we were just living in a sea of beer and whatever fly by nightiness. She came with her kids to clean the apartment for us while we were out, so that it would look nice when the big L.A. producer came in. Very sweet. So we had a weird wraparound layout in that when you go into the kitchen, there was a hallway that went to the front room where the TV was, and then a bathroom with 2 doors on the other side, kind of like the Brady Bunch bathroom. So it all kind of wrapped around full circle. So she sent the kids to go sit down in the living room and watch some Nickelodeon or whatever the fuck while she was doing dishes and basically trying to make us look like less dirtbags. And she caught out of the corner of her eye a child's arm as it was running up the stairs, and she heard something run up the stairs. She was sure it was her son, so she shouted, "Hunter," my nephew's name, "I told you to stay in the living room." Well, Hunter leans around the corner, still in the living room, like, "Mom, I'm still in the living room." Oh. So she freaked out. My sister is not a paranormal buff. She's a very straight-laced, by the books kind of human being. And so she was thinking, I've got to leave with my kids. But then she's like, well, what could Zach gonna do? She was just scared and didn't know what to do. I happened to come home a minute later. She told me about it, kind of breathless and scared, half thinking maybe there's a kid upstairs. Now this was,
which is okay. Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, there was not a lot of kids in the neighborhood, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, if a kid came in, I went upstairs to check. I went upstairs. I checked all the closets. I checked all the rooms under all the beds. The windows were painted shut, so fuck all for trying to get out that way. And I could find nothing. So she was convinced, not a non-corporeal, not a translucent, not an actual vaporous arm. She saw an arm of what looked like a little boy going up, and it really scared her, and it affected her. And this is one of the few cases of somebody I know and love and trust that I'm like, oh shit, there might be something to it. I don't necessarily think it's a dead kid, but I don't know how to explain that. And there's a lot of weird shit like hearing voices in that house and strange things too.
The house was a little bit weird,
which ties into Frankenstein in the window.
It does. It does. So,
Frankenstein in the window is not literal.
No, actually,
that's what we call it.
No, but what it was is we were okay. So now let's give the actual description of this apartment is it is a full size.
It was a house.
It was a full size house set behind another house.
Yes.
Mike owned both properties.
Yes.
So the apartment is actually a 2-story home, basically.
And it was old, and it used to be an ice house, and allegedly it's where they stored dead bodies when it was too cold in the winter to bury. I don't know if it's true. I'm just
Dude, I bought a house in literally 2 streets over, and it was the same weird, goofy story about ungodly shit happening in the back room.
The West End is creepy.
The entire West End of our city is a fucking
it's cursed.
It's a cursed nightmare.
It's where Chris and I were raised.
It's where I was raised.
You were raised there
we
too.
were
That's
all
right.
raised over there. And it's just shitty stories of murder and death and debauchery, and there's a prison, and there's all kinds of weird shit going on.
Or as we call it, home.
Yeah, as we call it home, yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but so anyway.
To the point.
So in this house, we hang out on the weekends, and we party, and we had a kitchen basketball league.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So
Mini Nerf basketball.
We play kitchen basketball, drink all kinds of beers, have all kinds of fun, get all kinds of fucked up. So I think we were all sitting around the table talking about a comic book strip about a comic we were going to be working on.
Yeah, Super Squad Force Delta.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we were sitting around talking about it, and we'd always bring up the house being creepy or whatever. So I was sitting in a chair, and I looked up at Rob's door, and your door kept opening. The house was not necessarily level.
Oh, it was unlevel.
It was actually quite
it was a fun house.
You could set anything anywhere and it would roll.
Yeah.
You could set a lunchbox on the kitchen floor and it would find a way to tumble ass over tea kettle.
So I keep watching this door. It's opening and closing, and I'm like, is this supposed to be happening? And Chris is like, oh, yeah, it's the ghost. And Rob's like, yeah, it's the house is unlevel or whatever. So anyway. I'm hammered. I look over at the window and I catch the reflection of somebody in the window, and I got a little bit like I freaked out a little bit. I was like, ah, what, you know? And then Chris was like, "What was it? Frankenstein in the window, Wolfman in the basement."
Yeah, yeah, that's what that
so
is.
it actually turned into the inside joke of Frankenstein in the window.
And the hilarious
Wolfman
part
in the
was,
basement.
as we were all sitting around the dining room table, you know, drinking copious amounts, little by little, inch by inch, Mark goes from being like 3 feet away to like a foot and a half to essentially on my lap.
He's in his lap.
For some reason, I'm like, Rob lives here. He's friends with the spirits. He'll stop this from happening.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am a big cuddly
That
protector.
happened every time. Every time we'd sit in that kitchen, if you look at Mark, like his eyes would dart, like from window to window,
They
like
really
in the
did,
different
too.
rooms up the stairs. I'm
And I'm not really big into ghosts and haunting and spirits. It's not really my thing, but that house was definitely super
Well,
creepy.
we used to draw fucking straws literally because the fucking fuses would blow in that place all the time, and the basement was death itself.
Yeah.
It was a horror show.
yeah,
so
it was short even for me. I'm sure. Like,
yeah, it was just bad and cobwebby and dirt floors and just, I'm sure, full of corpses, and it would just be like pulling teeth to get someone to go down there and flick the fucking switch just to put the power back on.
Yeah.
And it's the only time where I legitimately casted a spell.
Yes, it's true.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
And it
you
fucking
you had
worked.
a
When the
spell
furnace
casting.
broke, we didn't know what to do. Chris and I were watching Versus, actually, the old Japanese movie. Well, it's old now, you know, but somewhat older now. Versus, Kip Mura's film, and we were wearing our coats, eating donuts, hanging out, watching movies, and eventually we start thinking, it's cold in here. Do you see your breath? Like, are we dying?
Yeah, we're starting to like fall
happening?
asleep, and pass
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
I realize that my gloves are on. I have a blanket.
We're
my
like
Carhartt.
fucking-
I'm like,
We're on Everest base camp all of
Yeah.
a sudden.
Yeah, you got
but we were used to being kind of cold in there.
Yeah, it's
but
always
this was
chilly.
like, I'm like, dude,
There's something wrong.
I think we've died. I think we're dead.
I see that people.
So we decided to get up and do something about it.
So
And
you
then we
went in the
found
basement
we found our buddy Dan Tkach.
They were in the kitchen just hanging out, I
and
think.
Mike D, and they were freezing in the kitchen drinking. They're like, "Oh yeah, the furnace has been broken." Like, "Oh well, heads up." Nice. And so Chris starts doing incantations to the thermostat.
Die.
So were you just like sitting in front of it, like
Oh yeah,
just doing it?
Yeah.
Words,
I had the
spells,
little Spider-Man
little stuffed
there.
Spider-Man.
And it was some movements. There was like tiger knees
The
and...
thing I'll always remember is there was the Spider-Man presenting, then turned around, Spider-Man with deceit.
Yes, but yeah.
And then I swear to the fucking gods, the heat kicked on
kicked
as soon
on.
as it happened.
Yeah.
So and we believed in magic for a full warm night until it went off again. But Chris performed magic.
Okay.
He's a
All right.
wizard.
Seriously, it did not
There you
work
go.
all night. I went in there,
And you
gave
get
a couple moves, and all of a sudden you heard... We're like, get the fuck out.
Yeah, magic is real.
Chris's magic.
And I remember like
Nice.
days later, he was calling me like, dude, we tried to spell, we tried to replicate it.
We did.
Because it wasn't coming out.
Do we call a repairman?
tried
Or
to
do we
figure
call
out-
Chris?
It's like, Chris, can you come back over?
Yeah.
We're not doing the
Tried to
spell right.
Spell. Oh,
We
it's
did.
funny.
We
Jesus.
legitimately did.
That's great.
Oh my God.
All right, so moving on here, the Pine Barrens Institute. 3 main questions you can decide amongst yourselves who answers what. Okay, so this is a speed round. Rob, favorite horror movie.
Favorite horror movie.
Plateau's favorite horror
Dawn
movie.
of the Dead.
Okay,
Romero's.
Chris,
Dawn of the
favorite
Dead.
comedy.
Oh my God.
That's
Favorite
hard.
comedy. You better say Ford Fairlane. God damn it, our
but
friendship.
Ford
Our
Fairlane,
friendship
Best
will
defense
end.
with Dudley Moore and
God,
Eddie
a
Murphy.
comedy
Come
of all
on.
things?
Favorite comedy.
We're going to have to go back to that.
All right,
that's
I got
just, that's
favorite
difficult.
sci-fi. Empire Strikes Back. Chris, favorite comedy.
There was not enough
That
time.
was more than enough.
Hey, my favorite sci-fi is Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Okay, fine. My favorite.
Fucking love it.
My favorite
Oh,
comedy.
maybe Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
That's a great one.
For comedy?
Oh, it's a great joy in life. Well, why are you looking at him like that? I agree. That's a wonderful
That's fantastic.
Of all the comedy movies, Pee Wee.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Question.
I don't know if it constitutes comedy, but Big
But I know,
Trouble in
so,
Little
you know, so I'm
China.
like-
Big Trouble in Little China
Oh,
might be mine.
You're
It's
like-
less
like-
funny than Pee Wee's Big Adventure, but it's still hilarious to me.
Adventures in the Great Outdoors, Uncle Buck, and the other John
Fuck that.
Candy.
You know, I love
phenomenal
a
movies.
fat guy. You know I love a fat guy. I respect John Candy to the nth, but he never was in a great comedy for
Adventures
me.
in the Great Outdoors was awesome.
Yeah, you might think so.
Okay, what about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
You can enjoy that if you want.
You don't like that?
I did not say that.
All right,
I like
what-
it very
What's
much.
your favorite comedy?
I said it. Big Trouble in Little China.
That's a comedy.
To me,
It's slash
Okay.
other things.
All right.
but
Okay,
it-
so Chris,
yeah.
horror and or sci-fi.
horror.
Horror.
Well,
and or sci-fi?
horror and sci-fi are different things.
completely.
Well, but pick one. You just give me your favorite.
I could
horror movie.
say, oh, geez, I don't know. Maybe Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know.
Okay.
That's a great horror.
First one.
Because for horror, I would say Friday the 13th, Part 3.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That movie scared the fuck out of me in the
Jesus
theater, but I
Christ.
don't find it to be one of the all-time classics.
Yeah, I like it a lot for a horror movie. I mean, I don't want to go dirtbag, dirty horror, like dirty dirt horror.
That was
makes me
definitely
feel
the
More
most
like Maniac or
popcorn
something.
Yeah,
one at
I
the
don't
time.
want to go like Cannibal Holocaust,
New
or
York
like,
Ripper.
Yeah, I don't want to. I want to go like fun, campy horror.
In
Yeah,
all
well, it
fairness,
was.
Zombie Holocaust. It's not the greatest horror film ever, but it's a bloody fucking mess. And any movie that
Okay.
has cannibals fighting zombies
That's cool.
just makes me happy.
All right, cool.
So many. Good question.
Yeah, those are tough.
all right.
Really
Tough and wonderful because there's so many choices, and we're all huge movie buffs.
Group question: what cryptid do you think has the best chance of actually existing? Ooh, Rob, take
Orm Pendek from Sumatra. It's the bipedal, smallish ape-man. It might be a relic hominid or hominoid for that matter. It could be another missing link, like all those that went extinct so many thousands and tens of thousands years ago. But to me, there's been too many reputable sightings by even scientists. It's a great place for something like that to hide. I think it's a cross between a typical primate like an orangutan or a chimpanzee or even a bonobo or something like that, but I think it's more advanced and more humanoid and actually threatens people sometimes.
Yeah.
So I think if there's going to be a really fascinating discovery besides the oceans, which are going to be chock full of life forms we can't comprehend.
Yeah, that was mine.
That was mine too.
I don't mean I'm not trying to step on you guys, but I do think the Orm Pendek is the one that will probably be discovered in our lifetime.
All right, I'm gonna say I can't necessarily nail one down because I'm going for ocean, and I think Chris is gonna probably do the same thing.
Yeah, it was.
The oceans are
Well,
the,
but you
the
know,
best.
though, I mean,
Well, because they're the most
ocean-
unexplored.
and the
ocean
biggest
or lake.
amount of
makes-
livable
it
space.
makes sense.
Yeah.
There's more livable space in the ocean
Yeah.
by far than there is on land.
Absolutely.
We've explored 7% or whatever the things are. They always say we know more about the moon. Well, it's easier to see the moon than we know about the ocean. Constantly discovering new things in the ocean.
Yeah.
Alleged moon.
Oh, fuck you.
Listen,
God damn it. The moon is so real. The moon is the best.
so yeah, no, I was gonna go for the same thing that I said with Chris Ocean. Okay, so
Yeah, the ocean's not a
Yeah, the
cryptid,
ocean's not
but-
cryptid.
well,
I mean,
but
something from
the ocean, or even
you
like
know.
a lake. Really, I could see them finding something in a lake and it's being like shit. This shouldn't be here.
That's harder
Being
because as
secret.
much as
Well,
I
guess
adore,
it's landlocked.
There-
Yeah.
it's tougher- it's
Loch
tougher
Ness,
to,
that shit's got to be dead by now. I mean, I don't think it was only one anyway, but the breeding population probably was never significant. But
No,
boy, I
no.
love me some Nessie.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next one?
All right, so heading over here to Instagram, we've got Cylon Centurion 78.
Nice name.
Good buddy John. What's up, John? Was Charles B. Pierce's film Legend of Boggy Creek influential on your fascination with cryptozoology?
158%. Absolutely. For me, I can speak for myself. There were two things that fucking full on made me obsessed with cryptozoology. The first was the series In Search Of by Alan Landsberg and, of course, narrated by the late, great Leonard Nimoy. And each half-hour episode showed me something fascinating, be it the Honey Island Swamp Monster or UFOs or Ogopogo, Loch Ness, on and on.
Yeah.
And then when I got a little older, I caught on probably WOR from Secaucus, New Jersey, or one of those great stations from down south a little bit, The Legend of Boggy Creek. And it presented like a documentary, but played like a horror film. And yeah, you can see the gorilla mask at the end, and it gets a little cheesy, but I don't give a fuck. It played brilliantly, and it was hugely influential on me, and I absolutely adore it. So for me, yes, absolutely.
All right, cool. I actually haven't seen that movie in a while. I've definitely watched it, but it's been a long time.
A lot of people hate it. I think it holds up.
I haven't seen it in so long. What got me?
Charlie's the right age.
Oh, probably.
Because he would be
totally.
influenced by it and
Yeah.
scared a little, but
Yeah.
safe scared when
Yeah.
he's with his dad.
But more than that movie, I mean, that movie definitely got me interested in some stuff. But even before I saw that, I had ordered a VHS tape, like In Search of Bigfoot. I think you have it still, right?
Yes, I do. I love it.
It was a VHS tape that I ordered off of TV, where you had to actually I remember going to the bank to get the money order, and filling the paper out and putting it in the fucking envelope and mailing it off. And God, the past sucked. It's just so stupid to do that. Like, there's no
COD, bitches.
There's no Amazon. I just ordered the Star Wars Black Series Zuckus figure for $15 with my rewards points, and it's coming tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it's a whole different world.
Yes.
Mail order is completely different.
Any of you kids out there that are listening that have never dealt with mail order, you have no idea what you're missing.
You are
anyway,
blessed.
8 weeks later, I got my sweet Sasquatch tape, and it was awesome. And
Yeah,
it
it
got me
is.
so into all this stuff. There was actually a Time Life book series, I think.
Oh yeah, the Time Life Mysteries of the Unknown series.
Oh, I love those.
I managed to pick up most of them at the Salvation Army for like 99 cents each. It was great.
I think somehow my grandmother had a bunch of them. Like, I don't know if she got sucked into some scam or some shit.
They were ubiquitous. Like, I remember that commercial being on
a lot
every
of people
channel
had those
all
like,
the time.
I love that commercial though when it came on.
And it was cool too because the book covers
Loved
are
it.
kind of like holographic almost.
Right.
Yeah, they had like a cool like gleam to them.
Yeah, no, it had a gloss.
A gloss.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
was super cool. So
on
that's
a quick side note, I remember some years ago interviewing Smokey Crabtree of Boggy Creek fame, and he was still livid at Pierce because he thought his boggy fortunes were just stolen by this filmmaker, and he was going to do an on-camera interview with us back when the American Monster series was a go. And he's like, "But I'm only gonna have it where I sign contracts and I get my percent." He was just batshit crazy, but totally awesome. I love you, Smokey. I don't even know if you're still alive, but.
Well, smoke.
That's my tiny touch of bog. And we drove through actually after we shot the documentary The Honey Island Swamp Monster on the way back up from
You went through
Dallas.
there? Oh, that's cool.
You had
Nice.
to. And we didn't have enough time, energy, or money to film another documentary. We really wanted to, but we just didn't. But we had to pay homage and make a pilgrimage. So yeah,
Nice.
Boggy Creek for life.
Nice. All right. Cool.
For life.
For life.
Moving on here, Matt Drew 86. What are your thoughts on bearding? Any interest in competition? And why are bearded guys the best?
That's a good question.
Okay.
I didn't know bearding was.
I don't know what bearding is.
I don't either.
Is that just having
Just that's the act of.
the act of a beard?
Wearing a beard?
Like growing a beard? The act of a beard.
Yeah.
Now, we're all three bearded dudes.
We are.
We have multiple levels going on
We do?
here.
Yeah.
You are. Okay, so Rob is all
I got a kind of crazy Van Dyke thing going almost.
sort of.
Yeah.
Like I shave my head in the sides, but I've got mad bushiness on the
Yeah,
downside.
but you've trimmed that beard too.
I have.
Yeah.
Immensely. Like, I had to eventually get rid of mine. It was just
But
too
you
much.
have-
Yours was getting long.
But you've got like
Yeah.
full stash.
Yeah.
All right, you've got like underneath your chin, right?
Oh,
your
yeah.
chin line. All right, but
Unshorn.
like your sides aren't, and
Yeah.
your head's totally
Well, yeah,
bald.
because I'm a baldo.
Okay,
I like
cool.
that clean.
All right, so Chris has standard beard guy beard, not big,
Yeah.
not thick.
It's
you
usually.
got a solid beard though, Mark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine's usually shorter than this. In the summer,
Oh.
I've just been sick and I don't care right now. but
Okay, my beard is
Yours is mid.
mid, yeah, like sort of, I guess, sort of big, I guess.
The
I don't know.
beard is where I get my Samson-like strength, and
Well-
I don't want to compete with it so much. I just want it to be there so I can help me to help the world.
I'm not sure how to compete with other beards.
Tie them together and pull.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've
Tie them together.
kind of had this for like a long time before like beards were a
Dude,
beard.
we were rocking beards
Like, you know what I
long
mean? Like-
before that was fucking hipster.
Yeah.
Well,
I've been rocking a beard since the fucking 80s,
the
since
thing,
I was a
the thing
kid.
with my
I
beard
went
is
through
it's
early
not
puberty.
necessarily so much fashionable, more is it like a utility to hide
Oh,
the
yeah.
terrible visage of my face with no hair.
Well, you're not. You don't look that bad. You're a handsome fella.
Well, here's the problem when I have no beard, and because I have a very weak chin. I have zero jawline definition.
Yeah.
I look like Mr. Bean
Oh, bless his
crossed
heart.
with Jodie Foster.
Oh my God,
Jodie Foster.
that's the worst.
Yeah, it's Mr. Bean and Jodie Foster and like Dave Attell or John Lovitz.
Oh no.
So I have a certain thing that when I have no beard,
You're too hard on
like
yourself.
my entire lower half just disappears and it's all gobbledygook. You can't
fucking-
tell what it is.
Yeah.
Who needs to see a Mr. Bean Jodie Foster face
Yeah,
swap
no.
now?
Years ago, I shaved my beard.
There was a picture of
There was
you
a-
recently, just within a couple years. Remember, and you screwed up, and I had to Photoshop it.
Yeah, no,
And
that was a couple of years ago.
I remember that.
photoshopped your
Yeah,
beard back on.
I was trimming my beard and I lost it.
Oh, it
so I had
sucks
to
when
take it
that
off.
happens.
And then Chris was like, "Oh my God, I puked in my mouth when I saw your face." So I photoshopped your beard back.
I was like, "What? What's wrong? What are you talking about?" Everyone was like, "What? What?"
Yeah.
They didn't know what to do.
I don't think I have been clean shaven since the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, I
No, I've always I think from 8th grade I started like my dirt goatee. So it was like
everyone
I
needs
couldn't
their first fucking dirt
I
stash and
couldn't- yeah.
Klingon patches in
I
their
couldn't
fucking
quite
cheeks.
grow it out, but I had like but I think in high school I definitely had a full goatee. But
Yeah,
I
I did
couldn't
not at
actually
all.
get a beard to grow until I was in maybe like my mid 20s, and now it's just like full on.
yeah, it
like,
took me a
there's
long
no
time
going
for
back.
patches to fill in.
Oh,
They're
absolutely.
still not fully, but
Right.
it still took forever.
But I'm gonna say it is kind of nice to see the whole beard thing come around where it's acceptable.
I wonder if it's going passe again already.
I I've read articles where people are like, "Oh, beards are out because it collects fecal matter." Whatever, dude. Like I've had my beard.
Collects fecal
My
matter.
beard has nothing to do with
it was
turds.
some Vice article from like a year or
I
so
don't
ago.
even know what to
And I
say
saw-
to
well,
that.
So does your hair and your arm hair and everything else.
I saw a couple articles that go beards are out, but look, I've been rocking my beard for a while. I'm not gonna lose it.
Yeah, I
because,
don't.
You know,
It's just
Don't
what
wipe
I
your
do.
butt with your beard. FYI.
it's not that hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easy. All right, let's go on.
And actually, shout outs to Matt Drew there for the question. You just have a excellent beard. Like I don't know
Am I
how
pissed?
I am. Yeah, let's see.
It's a
Hold
cool
on.
one.
Yeah, it's really good. It's solid.
I can't be your friend if it's.
Oh
that
yeah,
good.
that's full as that
That's
is
a
that is
solid ass.
that
That's
is a 5-star
Oh,
lumberjack.
God.
Solid man
Damn
beard
it,
right
dude.
there.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we can't go toe to toe with that.
No,
That's
we
fucking
can't.
too.
That is
That's
a-
significant.
That is 5 full stacks of
Yeah.
pancakes.
That is totally fine.
This is why we have to overcompensate with monsters because we can't fucking beard with you.
Yeah.
You won. Competition over.
Yeah.
As far as beard competitions, like I'd be down, but I'm not really good at grooming.
No.
So you know, but
No,
but yeah.
I condition my shit and like to brush it out before I go out, but that's it.
I put lotion and other things like that.
Oh, I don't do that.
So-
Unguents,
Yeah, I don't-
spices.
All right, so we're gonna round
Yeah.
these questions out with some questions here from. We're going back to Facebook with. Hello, Ms. Eddie Lloyd.
Hello, monsters among us.
Here we go. So we got here. Eddie sent us a bunch of questions. I was gonna say it's a speed round, but maybe we'll take our time with this. So real quick,
Thanks.
we're gonna start with Chris.
Okay, here we go.
All right, favorite ice cream.
Chocolate.
Rob, favorite ice cream.
Oh shit.
I will change it to
You
Death
knew-
by
you knew that it was
Chocolate.
coming.
No,
Actually,
I
Death
didn't,
by
I didn't know it was
Chocolate is
the
my
same
favorite.
one. Death by Chocolate's pretty good. I like cookie dough. I love those fucking
Ooh,
chocolate
Okay,
that
cookies.
is
my
good.
favorite ice cream. Are you
Yeah.
ready for this?
If you say something beat, I'm gonna punch you.
Guess who doesn't like ice cream?
You
This guy right
fucker.
here does not like ice
Oh.
cream.
You don't like
I don't.
bacon.
Oh my God,
you don't
I
like
don't
ice
know
cream.
you.
If I had to eat any ice, and I'm not. Okay, my preferred. If I'm gonna go out in the town and get crazy, if I'm gonna get nuts and get loose. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
What, vanilla?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's vanilla frozen yogurt.
Oh my god.
It's not even ice cream. Ice cream upsets my stomach terribly.
Okay, well, then
the
there's
gas,
a reason.
the farts, and the eventual diarrhea that will happen.
Diarrhea.
Yeah, it's not good. But for some reason, like cheese doesn't affect it. I don't drink milk at all. I haven't drank milk in years. So
what?
Yeah.
You're just
I don't know,
ice cream intolerant?
Ice cream destroys me. Ice cream and milk both.
Well,
can-
you could have said you could have led with fucking the headline that it makes me shit my brains out
Yeah,
and it
so you
causes
don't
me
need
great
it.
pain. That way, I wouldn't have to be ashamed of you and angry.
But I can, but I can eat frozen yogurt, and it's not. I get like a little bit of a stomach ache from it, but it's not terrible.
Well, it's not made of
Like,
milk.
It's not huge. So, okay, moving on. Christopher, what scares you the most?
Oh,
You
Jesus.
faced down death numerous times, so it's not death.
I'm facing death now.
You are death.
Wow. The Grim Carno.
The grim
Jesus.
When I die, Chris shows up and he gives me the coin to give to the ferryman.
No, the worst thing is not afraid. I don't want to die of something stupid.
That makes sense.
I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Like right
I don't
now,
want to die of something stupid.
it's
All right.
there's nothing I can like. If I get something,
Well, you've been sick, yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So
my
you don't wanna die
immune
of something
sucks, and I want to
stupid.
die for something stupid. Not
That
for
makes
something,
sense.
but because of something stupid.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. We're gonna make sure that you don't. Rob, what scares you the most?
Well, I mean, besides the classics like, loved ones passing and all that, to get less fucking melodramatic, I would say, wow. I don't cotton to spiders, but they don't terrify me.
Yeah.
I'd rather not drown.
Yeah, that
All right.
sucks.
No, I think it's solid. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I mean,
if I had to pick
But
prefer
you know
not
what?
to.
No, being eaten. I guess that's it. When I really
Being
think about
eaten?
it, you know what? I used to have a reoccurring nightmare when I was a kid, where I was on a beach with these rocky cliffs on either side. It was a narrow beach, and I would see these shambling masses kind of at sunset, and I would realize that they were fucking zombies. So I'm like, okay, I got to swim away because there was rocky cliffs on either side I couldn't
Right.
climb.
Right.
And I'd go up, start swimming out, and I'd see 3 fucking giant fins come up of sharks, and I'd be like,
Oh, the
this
fuckery.
horrible paradox. It was a dream that I had over and over again, and nothing ever really happened. I always was just in this middle part, like up to my knees in the water. Dangerous place to be with sharks, for the record.
Yeah,
and I
not
was just
good.
like, well, do I want the big chomp, but I can't see what's coming, or do I want to get eaten by a bunch of little bites? Being eaten is terrifying to me.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Respect.
That would suck.
All right. What scares me the most? I've been having a really weird thing recently when I'm driving, where I keep, for some reason, like thinking I'm going to get hit by another car. Like
Like
every
little
time
flashes of panic attacky paranoia.
Yeah, totally. I don't know why, but just recently it's been happening, and it's been like the most scary thing ever. Because I've been in plenty of like maybe 3 or 4 auto accidents, but yeah, I think getting hit by a car.
I go through phases of weird fears that overwhelm
So
quick
I mean,
and
because
then they dissipate.
I'm not like death, whatever. Like that, it is what it is. Like I think everybody inherently has a fear of death.
Of course.
But, I mean, I think I'm okay with it though.
But I think
'Cause
we
it's
all
gonna-
have
it's
we all
gonna
have the
happen.
secret dream of immortality. Like we're all technically afraid of death. But
See,
I think
I don't-
most people are like,
I don't. But
fuck it, it's not going to happen to
I
me.
don't have that.
I'm
I'm
going to do
like,
the shit
Well,
I'm
you know,
going to do.
you understand it, but it's not really real.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you know it is, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
not really.
No, I mean it's gonna happen. I'm not like living my life every day like afraid of death. Like
That would be a
I
horrible
guess
way to
that
live.
if
Well,
I'm afraid
yeah,
to get hit by a
absolutely.
car, I guess I'm afraid of death.
Well, you might be just going through a phase of car fear.
Yeah, maybe.
No, it's pain and possible injury and
Yeah.
horribleness.
Yeah, being mangled eats.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
So yeah, all right, yeah.
Chris,
I feel happy.
Chris,
Christ.
least favorite genre of literature.
God,
Addie has the best questions, by the way.
that's
Her
great.
questions are not that everyone else's questions were great, but Addie's are pretty good.
Can I just quick jump in?
All right.
yeah, God.
Romance. Fuck romance.
Oh, yeah,
They'll
you don't
steal
want
all
the
that.
romance?
No, you're right,
look,
you're
anything
right.
with Fabio on the cover. It's just.
Oh,
it's
I used to
the
read those
worst
when I was a
peplum.
teenager because my mom read
I
them.
loathe them. I used to get stuck with them sometimes in doctor's waiting room or something.
Okay.
I hate the covers, all windswept and douchey.
Okay.
Fuck
No, you're right.
romance. It's the worst genre for me.
Well, that's true. That is true.
Okay, so Chris, least favorite genre of literature?
Well, that's pretty much the
So
bottom of the
romance?
fucking barrel. But
Okay.
I'm not exactly happy about most of classical American literature anyway. Really,
God
though.
damn, that was mine.
I don't think it's all the greatest
I
shit
know,
ever.
Lisa,
you know what I mean?
our friend Lisa Huff, great librarian, wonderful friend, might be a little miffed at this. Emily Dickinson, the Victorian era shit.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of stuff.
If I
is-
never
Great
have,
expectations.
if I never have to read the
Keep
goddamn
them low. if you're
No
gonna read that book.
expectations.
No reverse expectations.
like the fucking Great Gatsby haunted me in 10th grade
yeah.
because I had to pull out all the symbolism and all the
it's a fucking
bullshit
nightmare.
and this and that. Yeah, it sucked. I didn't even want to deal with that shit. Like, but I like to. I have a beer here if you want me to pour it into a glass for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, because I'm mostly into sci-fi. So,
Well,
I'm gonna
yeah,
go with
that's
that.
all I mostly read was fantasy shit in high school. Like they're trying to go over Shakespeare, and I'm like pulling out like
Yeah, I can't deal with
Dragonlance books. And
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I can't deal with Shakespeare.
Yeah, Robert Heinlein. I used to love.
Yeah, so-
Stephen King, of
Well,
course.
that was interesting for
Yeah.
me. So why would?
I don't read a ton of fiction nowadays. I read either books about monsters, UFOs, or movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, moving on. How did you guys meet? Oh,
No, that orgy.
question.
Oh, the orgy of '94.
Well,
Butts
I
touched.
was 14, so that's weird.
Yeah, it was. Statute of limitations.
Nice.
good lord.
All right, so I know for me, I met Chris when we started working in a record store together in
Yeah.
the year 2000.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't even 21 yet.
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
not.
it was 2000. But I had known you from punk rock shows with your band, the Suicide Thompsons, but we had like talked in passing, like when you guys had Polish Palooza at the Polish Home.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was there for that. But we weren't like hanging out and like being buddies and
Yeah.
shit. But then we started at the record store.
The
we
record
were, like,
store.
smoking butts and listening to metal together. And
Bonding.
then Rob, you were always around the scene, same thing, punk rock, Polish Palooza, Polish Home.
Hell yeah.
But we didn't actually start talking, I think, until around the
Wapatula party.
Wow! Oh yeah, Wapatula party.
Yep.
But no, wasn't it before then though?
It might have been. But that's when we hash shit out seriously.
But I know, but I met you and Chris basically around like the 2000.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I
The turn of the millennia.
were we all together
I
for
feel like
Y2K? No, we weren't.
Two
No, we
parties
weren't.
made because we and Rob went to high school together, and we
Right.
were always in a passing groups.
Right.
But like, I mean, there was my group of people in my grade that were the bangers and skaters,
Right.
And then there's people like D, who was like the sporadically hang out with people. So I mean,
Totally.
I remember all talking in high school, but we didn't really hang until much later.
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
Even though you lived literally around the fucking
I
corner
know.
from me,
We never
my
knew
whole
each other in our
fucking
childhood.
life.
It's fucking weird. It really is. It's so strange.
But you guys were hanging out before I was hanging out with Chris, right?
I don't think so. I mean, peripherally at parties, maybe.
Yeah, not
Right.
not like we do now. I don't think it's just.
Right. Because so I think we all kind of started hanging out together like in like 2000.
Yeah,
Is that kind of
that seems
because
about
you were
right.
always there and you were always there, and then you and I were in bands for years together.
Yeah.
And every time we left a band, me and Chris left together, which is kind of cute.
That is adorable.
Ugh.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to be in this band anymore. I don't either. Let's hold hands and jump ship. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone that we're never coming back to practice.
Don't tell the rhythm guitarist.
Yeah,
He
don't
won't
tell.
understand.
Don't tell the drummer.
Yeah,
Don't
as
worry
funny
about
as a weird aside, one of the first things me and Rob did was he had just filmed a movie
Yeah,
that
that's true.
still isn't together. But
Yeah.
Oh, 11. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. That's
That's
right.
been pieces for years.
But he's like, yeah, I got a movie. I'm like, cool, I want to write stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh,
And then you did
now
the
it's time.
soundtrack,
And
yeah.
so I started
and
writing
he
this stuff.
composed brilliant shit,
And-
of course.
They ended up being the theme song. The very first thing I ever wrote
was the theme
pretty
song
much-
for Kryptonaut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we went over it and we decided to change,
right.
make it more accessible, sort of. But then I decided to make it sound like Goblin because
Because Goblin's the best.
it needed
Yeah,
drums.
Oh,
and an intro.
Argento forever. Yeah,
So-
no, absolutely. So yeah, it's been, I mean, well nigh a couple of decades now, and it's been fucking awesome. And I love you, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I love you guys too. You guys are the best. Yay, friendship.
Friends till the end.
end. And there is no end because death isn't real. It's just a construct in the hologram. All right, anyway.
Wow, that was
It's a
that was
construct
beautiful.
in the hologram.
Exactly.
Dude, I am
Yeah.
following you in a cult right now.
Jeez.
All right, so let's see. 80 goes on here with, have you ever noped out of a place due to paranormal stuff?
That's interesting. I have noped out of places because I was afraid of the potential of paranormal stuff. Like
Solid.
I am basically a self-preservating puss when it comes to fucking that. Like, if there is a chance, I don't believe the Bloody Mary thing,
Right.
but I'm not going to fucking do it.
None of us want to do it, yeah.
I'm not going to fucking play that game. I'm not going to roll those bones and see what happens.
Yeah.
Get all snake eyes. But, Eddie, I think I can't honestly say that shit started going like cinematically awry, like early Poltergeist fucking chair slinging, and I was just like, fuck this, I am out. I think it was more me there psyching myself out when I was younger. Now, the older I've gotten, I'm a jaded, old bearded bastard. I mean, I believe in the existence of life after death. I don't know where I stand on the idea of phantoms hanging out. I'm open to it. I don't know. But very few things scare me like that now. Like, I would
Right.
be able to go into an allegedly haunted house and fuck around. It's funny. I won't say Bloody Mary 3 times in a mirror, but I could spend the night old school Don Knotts style, like the Ghost of Mr. Chicken, and just hang out in a house and not expect anything to happen. But have I ever run away from paranormal things? No, just the promise thereof.
Yeah, I was when she sent me this, I was trying to was there any ever time I got out of someplace because of paranormal, like ghostly stuff? I mean, at one point, I think maybe I was big into ghosts, but it was more about like the excitement and kind of like
Well, there's a kind of delicious thrill of putting yourself in a
like-
place
like
where
being
it's
in a
dark
haunted house
and
or whatever. But
allegedly haunted.
I think there was maybe one incident where a friend of mine, he was dating a girl at the time who would later go on to become his wife, and she was at a house that was allegedly haunted, and we all experienced some weird like auditory stuff. And I was just like, I'm not going to deal with this because like it's Christmas
When you
time
say
and I want to
weird
go
auditory stuff, do you mean voices, moans, chains, what?
home.
Chains.
There was
Classic.
Dickens noises.
Yeah, Dickensian.
yeah. Scrooge. Yeah, there was an intercom system.
The ghost of girlfriend's
that
past.
was clicking on and clicking off. You could hear people upstairs. You could do like a vacuum. Now, let me preface this by saying,
Vacuum.
these are all completely explainable.
Right.
Everything that we experienced was completely explainable, and it wasn't that I'm like, oh my god, these are ghosts vacuuming and hitting the intercom and talking and whatnot. It was just the overall feeling of this place being
Absolutely.
super creepy that I was like, you know what, man, like I think I was more like, I'm not gonna deal with this. Like I don't have the time and the wherewithal and the emotional
just in
standards
case.
to deal with this
Yeah,
because
the
I'm not gonna deal with it.
stamina is not there all the time.
and I'm not a big ghost guy at all. I'm not.
I know that's why we're cryptonauts.
Yeah, I'm not big into
Even though
ghosts
we do
and paranormal
F
stuff.
tons of
so.
aliens, which I understand are technically not cryptids, anything that is weird and awesome is a monster to me, and I love it.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's the deal.
But Lincoln's ghost drifting through a theater. I mean, that'd be great if you saw it. And it's
cool.
fascinating.
Like,
But it's,
I think it's cool, but
it's not my bag.
It's not my bag either. So
Yeah, no,
I guess I did nope out of the situation because I was more like, look, She wanted cigarettes. We brought her cigarettes. I'm not gonna hang out for Freaky Friday here. Like this is
The ghost wanted cigarettes?
no his girlfriend.
Oh,
no, wife wanted cigarettes.
all right. You threw me off
So-
with that. I thought you were bringing, sacrifices.
Yeah, no. So, but I guess I did. You know, it was paranormal. And I'm like,
Tributes.
I'm not gonna deal with this.
Yeah,
I understand.
Technical nope.
All right. So now, Chris, have you noped out of a situation because of paranormal?
No,
But you did at one point see some type of.
I don't know what it.
Okay, but you saw it,
Maybe
which is terrifying.
because it's
That
not
makes
really.
so-
It
that
wasn't
makes
even
so
really like a
scary.
shape. It's hard to really
Some sort of shadow
define.
person, perhaps?
I don't know. I mean, it was a lot. It was like 10 years ago. So
Okay.
like your mind. Like I don't know if what I'm remembering is exactly what.
So
You saw.
Yeah, I
I
Like,
mean, to be
you
elaborating
can't, fucking
or
10 years ago.
de-emphasizing.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
Rob tells me he sees something like that, like I don't expect it, but I'm like, all right, whatever. Like if I tell Chris
No,
I
yeah, well,
see
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
when Chris. He's a goddamn backbone. He's a goddamn stand-up, no-nonsense, bootstraps kind of guy. When he tells
That's
you,
exactly how I
when
define
he's
it.
like, "Yeah, I think I saw a shadow person in my living room." Makes you a little nervous.
Well, anyway, I didn't say shadow person.
We didn't say shadow person, but like a black
It's a little-
form,
sort of, yeah,
which
a
would
shape
technically
of
be
something.
a shadow,
It
a
could be.
possible
Yeah, but
shadow
I don't like
person.
classifying things like that. You know what
Well,
I mean?
okay, so
because
in the overall, in the world,
yes,
of,
technically you could call
in
it
the
that.
world
I guess,
of the
but-
paranormal, they generally talk about these shadow figures.
yeah,
Right.
and they're
Which-
always nefarious as fudge.
Yeah. So, but you called me and you were like, "Yeah, I saw something like kind of weird in my living room." But you were like walking down the stairs, right?
it wasn't really in the living room; it was in the kitchen. Because when you walk up the stairs, you're facing. If you look down,
Right.
you're facing the middle room. You're in the middle room, but you can look into the kitchen.
Okay.
So
And you just saw it like kind of hanging out there.
no, I just kind of will zip by, whatever it was.
Really?
Yeah, but I just like whatever.
It was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I mean, it was at least 10 years
Oh
ago.
yeah, it was at least 10 years ago. Yeah, but it was kind of creepy when Chris was like, "Oh yeah, no, I saw something."
Yeah, I
kinda
remember when he told me.
paranormal." I was like,
You said it was almost like child-sized, as I recall.
Yeah, it wasn't big.
"Yeah, it's creepy."
But
But,
shadow people are strange.
But you didn't.
Not that I say that's what Chris saw, because I certainly don't. But it's never like positive. It's never like he's there and he
Yeah.
dumped the milk because it was about to spoil and didn't want
Right.
us to sour our palates. It's always
Yeah,
like,
did good
if you
stuff
see it
for
over
you.
your left shoulder, it's so
Yeah.
diabolical. It's gonna
He
fucking
took the garbage out.
yeah. No,
Thanks,
it's never
Shadow
something
Billy.
Cool
Shadow
would that
Billy.
be? Who returned all my bottles and cans and threw out all the stale cereal the kids don't eat? It's Shadow Billy.
Shadow Billy.
This DVD is so late. It's already a blockbuster.
Thank you,
Shadow Billy.
Yeah, let's date
You just see it
ourselves 10
float out the
years,
window,
yeah.
out the door, down the street.
Yeah. I don't want my late fees, Shadow
Shadow
Billy.
Billy.
Let's go to Video King. So
yeah, no.
have you had any paranormal things that you noped out of that you were like
no,
nope,
no.
nothing?
But much like, I've never Bloody Married just because it's.
Yeah,
First
no,
of
I
all,
kinda was the same
you
thing
can't
there.
trust mirrors.
You can't trust mirrors.
No,
I
you
won't
Prince of
can't.
even-
Darkness taught me that.
I will.
Yeah.
It's pretty much scarred me for life. I will not look in a mirror in the dark because I can't end up somewhere.
Yeah. You know, it's weird.
Not that I really think that's going to happen, but it just fucking.
No,
but on the
I'm
off
same.
chance.
I'm the same way.
Safety first.
Yeah. No, I don't like to look in mirrors.
No, even if it's pitch black and you can't even see the reflection.
But that's what I don't want to see. Is I don't want to look at myself in the mirror in pitch black because then the real me looks at me, and then I see the real me.
Well, that's Nietzsche
And
as fuck.
Yeah, and exactly. And
Yeah,
then
I just don't
Who's
trust
staring
fucking
into the
mirrors.
abyss, bitches?
exactly. Are you the panther on the mountain or the mountain on the panther?
I don't
at
have a
that
problem
point?
with dark
Wow,
mirrors,
Jesus.
Exactly.
but yeah, that shit can get
Yeah,
weird.
I don't like that either.
I used to, as a kid, stare into a mirror nonstop until I couldn't recognize my face. Did anyone ever do that?
I've stared definitely.
Like
things start getting
so
weird.
long and so
Really?
long,
See,
and
I
I'm
couldn't
like,
do that.
and I would say over to my head, "This is me. This is me," and I'd be like, "This is
Oh,
not
you just
me."
psyched yourself out.
And I would psych myself because my
Why
grandma
would
had
you
this
do
giant
this?
mirror.
Wait,
it was
wait,
10
how-
foot
how-
by 6 foot. It
how
was like
old
super
were you?
valuable. Oh, it was like 5 or 6. And I would just get existential staring at
It's
myself.
just me. It's not me. It's me. You fucking
creepy kid.
Yeah, I was.
kindergartner.
What did you expect? Did you think I was normal?
You were a creep.
I was a fucking total
You want to
creep.
play Matchbox Cars? No. I got to know the truth. I'm
finding my identity.
I gotta play. This is me. This isn't me.
I have no time for that.
Yeah.
Do you know who you are? No. I'm going to find out.
You were 5 and 6 and did this?
Oh, all the time.
Did your parents send you to a psychiatrist?
No. They just went about their business.
Your
and
dad was
I
like,
just-
all right, Robert, continue.
Dude, it would get to the point where I would not recognize myself, and I loved it. If that happened to me as a teenager, I think I would have lost my fucking mind.
Oh, yeah.
And had a huge panic attack and then fucking been institutionalized. But as a kid, you're wide open. Your mind's like fucking elastic. So you can not be you. You can do whatever you want to do. And it was a weird, it was almost like being high. I don't know how to say it. It was strange.
Well,
But I loved it, and I'm weird, and I'm standing by it.
All right. I mean, I don't want to weird shame you if that's a current thing going on, but that's pretty fucking weird.
I'm not me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was
is
gonna
that what
say.
you eventually figured out? Is I'm not me?
I think it might
You
have
haven't
something
been
to
you
do
since
with
you were 6?
reincarnation.
could we have been another you? Like, is this the you that was then? Did
Yeah,
you change?
are you
You
with
don't
us
know.
now?
I might have
What?
switched in the mirror.
That's what I'm saying.
But who knows? Because if fucking
Oh,
that guy
man,
turned
we
up
got
to be, he
Mirror
might have
Rob.
been a dick. He might have been like a jock who was a douche and
Where's
wore
the real
fucking
Rob?
Izod and fucking pork cheerleaders.
Or Izod?
I could have been that
What's up,
guy.
87? All right, Rob. Do you like hot dogs?
Good lord.
Fucking love hot dogs, and I'm going to be very specific here. I love fucking Hoffman hot
Hoffmans.
dogs with the goddamn skin that bursts and has delicious juice, and it's wonderful. And yes, I love hot dogs.
Okay,
Yeah.
Christopher, do you like hot dogs?
I do. I also love me a Hoffman, but I also like a decent like ballpark. Believe it or not.
Sometimes I will go
Yeah.
ghetto as fuck, and
But
the
ballpark's
cheese
actually
filled,
pretty good.
You know, the cheese filled
cheese hot dogs?
garbage.
I fucking love
no.
cheese hot dogs.
Oh yeah, I will.
Oscar
I'll
Mayer
believe it.
cheese hot
You'll do
dogs.
that?
Oh,
Hell yeah, I will.
Why?
Because
They're
it's
incredible.
delicious. What is
so
wrong with you?
good, I know.
God damn it, man.
You go cheese filled?
I will.
That's terrible.
I mean, Hoffman is the glory.
You are the
Nathan's
fake.
is pretty good.
The original Rob died in that mirror.
Yeah, he did.
Dude, cheese hot dogs are like a blessing.
Oh yeah, it was a miracle.
I
A culinary
definitely,
miracle.
I definitely will eat Hoffman's. I don't eat a lot of hot dogs because I tend to get like some acid reflux, and I eat like more than a couple. But I do.
Oh
I do
my
like, I
God!
do
How
like
do you
Hoffman's.
live? You won't eat in a car. You can't eat ice cream.
Yep.
One hot dog a year. It's fucking
Well,
Heartburn
no.
City.
But I have like two. Like if I go somewhere, I'll like a hot dog or two, but I can't eat too many of them.
Do you like them though?
Yeah, no, I like Hoffman's. I prefer burgers, but I like Hoffman's.
Well, everyone prefers a good cheeseburger.
But
Well,
you know,
unless
isn't-
I'm really jonesing
but-
for a Hoffman.
All right,
Yeah.
now because most of
Yeah.
our listeners out there are not from the area of New York that we are at, does anybody else have Hoffman's?
You can, they're starting to export.
I think
Yeah,
Hoffman's and salt potatoes are like
They used to be
Oh,
regional and
specific to us.
Yeah,
They
they
used
used
to
to
be.
be. Yeah.
So,
we
but
used to have
I
to
wonder-
smuggle them down to Florida.
Salt potatoes, I think, still are, but I do think they're Hoffman's expanding their hot
But
dog.
there is a major difference between like a Hoffman hot dog and like some bullshit Oscar Mayer hot
Oh
dog.
fuck yeah!
Because like the Oscar
Yeah,
Mayer,
absolutely there is.
Skinless fucking wiener.
the only
Yeah.
dogs that I eat are Hoffman's.
Well, they're
won't
the
eat-
best.
I won't eat anything
yeah,
else.
Hoffman makes skinless
Yeah,
hot dogs.
and you know what? They're still cut above, but they're not
They are.
good enough.
But like if I'm at a barbecue and someone's like, "Oh, here's an Oscar Mayer hot dog," I'm like, "Get that
Chris and
shit
I
the
once
fuck
went
out
to
of
a
my
pirate
face."
party, and we proved how hardcore we were when we stole all their Hoffman hot dogs.
Yeah, we did.
And then ate them in a big festival of Godzilla movies.
You stole Hoffman hot dogs from a pirate?
Yeah, we stole
They were
food and went
pirates.
home and watched this
Who
Gamera,
were,
I think.
Who were pirates?
No, we're not going to
Like
get into
Somalian
that.
pirates?
No.
Yeah, no, it was Somali. Yeah, no, we were off the coast of the Ivory Coast when this happened.
So wait, you guys were invited to a pirate party.
were we? Or were we being
Your
genuine
words.
pirates?
Not mine, I know.
Yeah, I don't recall Chris and I saying we were invited to said party.
So
Yeah.
you were at a party for pirates,
Sure were.
Maybe.
and you stole a bag of hot dogs.
A big fat bag of Hoffmans.
Where was I?
Not eating Hoffmans and watching Godzilla with
Because
us.
I would have totally
No.
grilled the hot
Oh,
dogs.
we
and
ate the
eaten them.
fuck out of
That sounds
Hoffmans that
good.
night. They had a lot more, by the way. We didn't like deprive the party. I don't want people to think we're fucking douchebag thieves.
No, yeah,
They were really
I mean, it was
with
people
me.
that we knew. We hung out. We
And
talked.
You're just like, I'm taking the
Took
hot
the food.
dogs. Yeah.
took their food.
Went home and watched Giant Monsters.
But most of them
All
were
right.
already passed out and done by that point. It was
All
a
right.
party that started early in the day, and these hot dogs were sitting there to rot. We kind of actually saved them.
All right.
Yeah, you
Cool.
don't just let those things go to waste.
No.
So I like hot dogs, obviously in moderation, only if they are Hoffman's.
You're so fucking picky.
Okay. Last question here. Aloyd closing it out. Christopher, what's your favorite animal?
Ooh, favorite
Oh,
animal.
favorite animal.
That's a crazy question.
Favorite
That's kind of
animal.
fun. Like,
Does it have to be real? I know it's
I
have to
know.
be real or
Oh,
not.
all
Could
right,
it be
wait.
mythological?
I'll give you
Could it be
the-
cryptid?
I'll give you the option of real and or mythological.
One of my favorites
Okay. Oh, what is it?
is a dragon horse.
Oh, the dragon horse!
The dragon horse.
Tell us all about the dragon
Or the
horse.
Kirine. They're cousins.
What? Tell us about. What does it do?
You can find the dragon horses.
Is it sweet?
They more look like horses, but they have more.
Do they have a long neck?
Kind of dragon
Man, this
face.
is making my answer so bad. Okay. All right. Cool. Robert, top that.
How could I?
Dragon horse.
top it.
In what universe can I top a fucking dragon horse?
Top it.
I don't know.
Bisexual dragon camel? No.
Yeah.
In real life, though, by the way, that would be an awesome animal. It's a fucking narwhal. They are the fucking unicorns of the
really?
sea. I know it's a tusk. I know it's one of their tooth that's poking out through their head, but I don't give a fuck. They
All
are
right.
a horned whale.
All right.
Yeah.
Narwhal.
They are so badass. Narwhal 1, the
Nar-
greatest
yeah,
movie we
our
never
movie
wrote.
that we never made. Yeah, Narwhal 1. All right, well, I like dogs.
Oh,
I mean, I'm just gonna
fuck.
come out with it, like animal-wise. I
dog,
like
yeah.
big dogs. I like small dogs.
Yeah.
I like tiny dogs.
If you were on death row and could eat anything, a Big Mac, fries. Come on,
I like
dude.
mean dogs. I really like mean dogs. I
Why?
like sassy dogs. I like dogs that wear vests. I like Doug the Pug. I like all kinds of dogs. I'm just
Yeah.
big into dogs. Hyenas
Well,
are
if we're
cool.
talking normal standard ops, I love cats. I'm a cat person.
Well, yeah, that's how I
100%.
figured.
Well, yeah,
Animals, I
she
don't
didn't
know.
ask what's your favorite pet.
Yeah.
And well, I know, but I mean, a dog's an animal. And
It
I mean,
is.
okay, so if I was to go outside of a dog, I would say, I don't know.
There is a whole spectrum
Maybe a-
of fucking animals.
Maybe a moose, because they're
Oh,
kind
you know
of cool.
what? Can I change my
moose.
fucking one?
Maybe a moose or an elk.
I want to change it
They're
because
dope.
I love narwhals and I don't take. I stand by everything I said. But pangolins are the shit.
Oh, I do like
They're so good. They're bipedal. They're fucking like
Yeah.
super armadillos. They
Yeah,
have
they're
wicked
strange.
scales, and they're affectionate as fuck.
Yeah, I think I kind of want an animal
Their
that I can
tongues
hug
are
or
as
that will
long.
hug me.
They will hug you back. Pangolins are very affectionate.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not soft and cuddly, but they're affectionate as the dickens.
But like, if I come home and there's a dog, it's like wagging its tail, tapping to see me. If there's a pangolin, it's just like.
No, it does not sound like a fucking poor penguin imitation.
Isn't it a penguin?
A pangolin.
A pangolin.
Oh,
The armored mammal that kind of eats. If you know what a pangolin is,
no, I don't.
Would you please
I-
Google it? Please Google it
I
right
thought
now.
it was a penguin. I'm like, oh, it's a cool
Oh,
penguin.
you just fucked me up. No, did you think I couldn't pronounce the word fucking penguin?
Actually, yeah, I did.
wow, pangolin.
You should have known when he started talking about armored that he wasn't talking about a penguin.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a pangolin. Oh,
'Cause they're not
okay.
armored.
Oh, that's cute.
yeah, it's cute as fuck, and they're super endangered.
Ooh,
They live in
yeah.
Africa and Asia,
But they do
They're
hug.
awesome.
They hug you.
They love people, especially if
Really?
people raise them. Yeah,
So, like, if we went and found one, we could just kind of like hang out with
Yeah,
it.
we
Oh,
could,
but
yeah.
then there's also a giraffe. Why is there two dinosaurs fucking? That's weird.
that's not a pangolin.
Oh, is that your favorite thing? Okay.
Yeah, it's in my bookmark.
All right, so that's it.
It's two
Two dinosaurs
T-Rexes
fucking.
hitting it,
Mark's
yeah.
favorite animal.
No, penguins. I had no idea. I learned something new today.
They're the best.
It looks like an armadillo.
They're like 40 million years old.
Man, they're cute as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
too.
are.
Fuck, our
Yeah.
penguins are
4
cute.
foot
pretty
fucking
sweet.
tongues. Eating all those ants.
I mean, I guess. All right, like giraffes. I like giraffes. Giraffes are cool.
Yeah, I like giraffes.
Second theme at the state fair. I do like lions and tigers. They're kind of cool.
they're impressive.
Like they're pretty neat.
Absolutely.
Elk and moose are kind of fun.
I don't care
okay.
about them as much, but yeah.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, they
but
don't really do much, though.
I'm a dog guy. I want a dog.
You really
do.
that's it.
I do love dogs.
I would like to have a
Absolutely
sweet
love
owl,
dogs.
though.
Oh yeah.
See, I don't like anything with wings.
Oh, the
It just
owls
sketches
are,
me out.
owls are like,
No.
they're almost like cats. Like if
Really?
you raise
You
them
think?
right, they'll
Really?
fucking run around. They're smart.
Really?
Yeah.
I had a thing for monkeys for a while, but everyone talked me out of
No,
it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
because you were wrong.
Bullet turd throwers.
I was not wrong.
They're not.
I was just misguided in my
lover.
quest for a monkey.
They're just
They're just
not to be
dangerous,
trusted.
bitey.
Yeah.
Chimps will take your face.
They'll all take your face.
They'll all take your face.
I wasn't
They'll
going
take your
to,
balls.
I wasn't,
Whatever genital you have.
I wasn't gonna go for a
They're gonna take it.
for a chimp. I was going for like a little spider monkey. Her name was Julie, and she came with a German Shepherd. We could have had a beautiful life together. You guys have ruined it for
That's a
me.
real thing that almost happened,
Yeah,
isn't it?
we told
that
the
was
story
too
before.
specific
We
not
told
to be.
this story before that I was close to getting a monkey and a German Shepherd.
Don't you need a license for a fucking monkey?
No, this is grandfathered in. This is all grandfathered
How do you
in.
grandfather a monkey in?
because the person that owned it had owned it, I think, well before there was any kind of like
Before
permitting
sensible laws about owning
basically,
fucking monkeys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little tiny thing. It's not like it's like you'd see it. I'm like, oh, it's a tiny monkey.
Yeah, but
she was cute.
it
They can still pluck your eyes out.
I mean,
in a
okay.
flash.
She didn't like
Before
people.
you even know it.
She preferred the German Shepherd, I think, to people. She'd been known to bite people. She wore a diaper, which
Fuck's
she would
sake.
take off. I mean, maybe it was a good thing that I didn't adopt her, but maybe her and I could have bonded, or maybe she would have just ate my tongue.
Yeah.
You'd have an eye patch right now because you'd be missing a fucking eye.
With no hands. No, well, I mean, she was literally like that big. She was tiny. She's a little thing.
All it takes is one little fucking thing to gouge an eye out.
That's true.
Yeah, eyes are really fucking fragile.
I thought it was kind of cute though that she came with a German Shepherd, and the German Shepherd was like her buddy. Like that was like the duo of this little tiny monkey with a diaper and a German Shepherd.
So your favorite animal is a monkey with a German Shepherd?
No, my favorite animal is just a dog.
That's fair.
I mean,
I don't hate on you for it because it's a beautiful, faithful animal.
I love dogs.
I wanted something more esoteric.
I mean, I could go for like I don't know, like what type of mythological creature could I go for that would be kind of fun? And
Griffin.
Oh yeah, griffins. I loved. I was fascinated with griffins.
The centaur. Yeah.
That's not that's a human being, you racist fuck.
It's not a human.
From the belly button up, it is. It thinks.
Isn't a centaur? Oh, I'm thinking of a minotaur. A minotaur.
Oh, that's a whole different fucking thing then.
Yeah.
Sort of,
Yeah.
but they're still intelligent for the most part.
Do they have like intelligent human legs? Like their legs are human
Intelligent human legs?
Did that happen? Did that really just happen?
Yeah.
What minotaurs?
Yeah,
they have intelligent human. Of course they do.
Yeah, because their
That's
top
where their
half
wisdom
is all
comes from.
Is
Well,
all
I'm sure they
bone.
have cloven hoof.
How do you
feet,
not
They
know?
have like human legs.
No, I think
the legs, yes, but they have cloven hoof feet. I think.
do they? I don't know
But
about that.
they have man arms.
But
arms
we
of
have
a
to
man.
really figure it out. Do
And
they
they
have
talk.
fucking cow brains or fucking people brains in a cow head?
I mean,
It depends on the universe.
Yeah, I don't think there's
You're
anybody that
talking
really,
about.
because normally aren't they like they always stick them in the maze?
Well, that's the deal.
Yeah.
Minos.
In Dragonlance, they're intelligent. They talk.
Oh, that's well.
all
That's
right.
fiction. Let's deal with reality here, folks.
That's what I'm saying. Depends on the world you're living in.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, because really, if you're dealing with like the ancient Greek Minotaur, he's just like the son of, wasn't it someone's kid?
Yeah, wasn't it
That was
Minos?
born
I don't
all
know.
like deformed or
Yeah.
whatever, and they're like, put the kid in the
Maybe he
maze.
was like cursed, right? Because he was a dick, or the king was a dick.
Something happened.
Yeah, it's always innocent people getting fucked.
Yeah.
Like Medusa got completely fucked because I guess she was raped and she was beautiful, so the goddess is like, you're too pretty, you're a monster, turn everyone to stone. Don't punish the fucking rapist, punish the
Right.
victim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real woke,
I
bitch.
know. It's still better than shit in the Bible.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
All right.
totally.
Well, on that note,
All
thanks
right,
for all your questions.
Yeah,
We've had a great time.
Get a
Thank you to
pangolin.
everyone for your
That was
questions.
an odd, interesting, introspective thing. I feel like we learned a lot about each other and ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally. I think
Should we
that
put
was
a pre-warning that this is not about crypto, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
no, we'll-
this
we'll
is a
totally-
sprawling
yeah.
fucking mess
Yeah,
in a
no,
lot of ways.
we
But
can-
but
we
get
can
to know
totally-
us.
But I
Yeah,
highly encourage
totally.
anyone that is open-minded enough and has about 3 hours to kill to find a giant mirror and question you thoroughly. Because if you don't come out the other end, something else will.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Somebody draw a picture of me on a dragon
I
horse
love you guys.
and post that.
Oh my god.
Thank you for joining us for episode 2 of the Kryptonaut Podcast presents Evil Science and Magic Buddies. Be sure to hit us up on the Facebooks, the Twitters, the Instagrams. You can leave 5-star reviews on the iTunes and the Apple Podcasts app for this podcast. It helps us out greatly. And remember, there may be a Evil Science and Magic Buddies website. You didn't hear that from me, but check that out. And I'm talking to you soon.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Later, buddies.
Evil Science.
Magic buddies.
Boom.